Okay, before I get into my breakdown of everything, my numbers, how I got them and all that, I just want to say, I always take this stuff when people are counting frames from their recording software, whether they use capture card or whatever. I take all that with a huge grain of salt because they never explain how exactly they're doing it, how they have everything set up. They just say, oh, it's at 60 FPS and these are my numbers. And both of these videos, at the time, you'll see, they have quick charge on and they're showing, a very small difference in quick charge right here in their numbers and of 2 frames. And, I call that margin of error because recording softwares, it compresses your data. And since it's compressed data, it's interpret. What's the word for it? It's basically it takes the previous frame it recorded its information, and it'll create fake frames based on that information and insert them. If you don't have everything set up properly, and if you're not recording what's called lossless, or if you're not recording basically uncompressed video, when it compresses it, you're not getting accurate representation. Like I said, they both show a 2 frame difference of quick charge mod on the draw speed of shotguns, or on the draw speed of right here of Shayor's SMG. At the time it was bugged. It was confirmed by Bungie too during both these that the mod was bugged and it was not working on shotguns, although it was working on fusion rifles. So how I did mine, I used OBS. Normally, I use Shadowplay to record, but I used OBS because this lets me use my the NVIDIA built-in thing for software recording. It's best to do when you're doing this on your own. It's best to do record your monitor with an external camera. But I'm just doing this just to make it easier. This is as close as accurate as you can get. See right here, it's lossless, max quality, so it's uncompressed. I have it at 60 FPS, and I turned off all of my adaptive sync. You'll see here, I even had VSync turned on, locked at 60 FPS. So I had the NVIDIA VSync turned on. I had my refresh rate locked at 60 hertz, and I had in-game frame rate locked at 60 FPS also, just to keep everything one-to-one. All the frames are synced to the frame, so everything I'm recording at 60 FPS should be as close as you can get to an actual one-to-one comparison for software recording. That's why I said when you want to do your own test of stuff like this, it's best to record and count frames from an external camera. So, I just wanted to explain that before I got into more detail of my testing methods and why I did things the way I did. So, let me go in game and let me show you how I tested things. Okay, so I should be recording the whole screen right now. I have it windowed mode just to show you. I just wanted to come in game just to show you how I tested. So what I tested was I started the recording, came over here. I had no ammo in Witherhoard. Okay, I used Witherhoard. As you can see, I chose to use Witherhoard because it has max handling. I used my Shayor's Wrath to test Adept handling and difference between that and quick access Sling, because I do not have an Adept or time loss shotgun to test with. For my shotgun results, I used my found verdict here with 59 handling. And Shayor's Wrath, I also had Celerity on just to put that handling right at 50, just to keep things as consistent as possible. For these tests, I did not have a grenade launcher Dexterity mod on, except for the very last thing I want to show. So nothing was boosting the stow speed of the Witherhoard. It's just at max handling. I tested the shotgun Dexterity mods out. I even tested the SMG Dexterity mods out too. So how I did this was I came over here. When I started recording, I lined up 3 squats, and I'm holding down the trigger on Witherhoard. So when I swap, it immediately starts shooting every time. Holding down the trigger, swap, immediately starts shooting. For the shotgun results, I always had 1 shotgun shell in. I'd waste the Witherhoard shot, and I would do the same thing right here. So basically, when I got my numbers, I'll show you in the editing software next. I stopped at the frame right before Witherhoard is off screen, and I counted up until the very first shot is registered. As soon as there's a screen effect and like on the screen with a decal, because they're hit scan weapons, that's it was instantaneous. So that's where I stopped my frame counting numbers. Okay. So this is my editing software I use. I use Shortcut. It's a free open source editing software. It's done the job for me so far. Actually, I started on Blender, and then I switched to this, and I really prefer this. This has been really nice to use, but besides the point. So here are the clips I took for the SMG right here. This one, here's an example of the full clip I took. Just so you know, I did this for each one. Now the squatting is to just line it up, make sure my timing is on. There we go. So that's where it took it. Now down here, you will see I cut the clips. Each one is set up. 1 frame, the last frame Witherhoard is on the screen before I start counting. Then that's, start 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. See right there, I can use that. Right there, that last number is the frame. So that, that gave me, I counted I could use that to count how many frames I got. So with the Sheora's Wrath Adept SMG with 50 handling, the baseline draw speed was 32 frames. Now, quick access sling, it dropped down to 30 frames actually. So that's a 2 frame difference. It's not bad. Now, Adept handling, which adds plus 10 to the handling, it dropped it from 32 only to 31. So that shows quick access sling for draw and stow speed is better than Adept handling. But if you're looking for ADS, then you might want to use Adept handling instead, because quick access sling does not help with that. So next was the Dexterity mod. It dropped it by 4 frames from 32 down to 28. So yeah, that's really good. Now with the Adept handling and the Dexterity mod, it was 27, and quick access sling Dexterity was 26. So that 1 frame difference is still there. So next, let's go over here. Let's go to the shotgun testing. I did the same thing on the shotgun, as you can see. Right there. 1 frame Witherhoard on the screen for all of my shotgun results. So the baseline, it was 59 handling on my shotgun. Baseline draw speed was 32 frames, just like the SMG. So quick access sling dropped it by 2 down to 30. Dexterity mod dropped it by 4 down to 28. Both together, it was 26, just like I had it on the SMG. Now, next was quick charge, and this shows that it's actually working because it dropped a total of 5 frames. That's the biggest difference I've measured out of any of these so far. So definitely put on quick charge now. It's not bugged anymore. It's a real tangible result. 5 frames at 60 frames a second is a pretty big difference. And yeah, so with all 3 of them on, the quick access sling, Dexterity mod, and with quick charge, dropped a total of 10 frames down to 22 frames. So it was actually, it was, yeah, it was a little bit kind of, it didn't, not, the results weren't added together, it's a little different. 10 frames. If you would have added them together, I guess it would have been, what is that, 6? So it should have been 11. So there was 1 frame more. So, yeah, you don't get the 11 frames from adding them. It's just, diminishing returns on that. Okay. This was the last thing I tested. And, I figured I didn't need to show the recording software or the editing software. So I just want to show the whole recording. And let's full screen it. So basically, this is my CQC shotgun. And it has quick draw snapshot sights, and it's like 78 handling or 79, 80 handling with 15 aspects. It's max, but it has quick draw. I'm only measuring draw speed. So, I did that, and it has grenade launcher dexterity mod on also to increase Witherhoard stow speed. Then, with max handling, that with quick access sling, and it has quick charge on it. So this is like everything, the fastest I could get. So just watch how fast this is. So I was doing that. I thought I was going to test aim down sights, but I didn't end up doing that. So there's the squats to line it up. Bam. So fast, so fast. So that actually came in, everything altogether came in at 18 frames. So that's 14 frames difference from the 32 base that I had on the other shotgun. So max handling, I mean, yeah. So if you have max handling and you put all these things on, that's really fast draw. Now theoretically, maybe threat detector might be able to decrease it more. I'm not sure. I don't have a shotgun. I don't know of a shotgun that can get max handling and threat detector. So yeah, but why I say that is all the animation duration modifiers, I multiplied them together. So what I was testing right there that I know of, unless quick charge is an animation multiplier, which I think it is, but I'm not sure. That I had 0.72 to multiply by to decrease the animation duration with max handling. So that's what I assume gave me that 18 frames. While threat detector times two, I know it actually gives you a modifier to the animation scale duration of 0.53. So that's technically it's like 47% faster animation speed. So yeah, there might be a cap, if there is a role that can get max handling and threat detector. Because I don't know of a shotgun that can. Uh, but yeah, there you go. 18 frames. That might be the cap. Maybe it'll go down 17 or 16. Who knows? I don't think you can get much faster than that though. So yeah, that's pretty much all I want to show you guys. Take it easy. Be safe.